I got digital dash, came right with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned out the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. EP how I rap through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back with yet another video. Today I'm coming you guys with a very special video. Today I'm giving y'all the builds with the most badges for each position. So yeah, I'm gonna be pretty much going over in the video showing you guys the builds that get the most badges. And also another thing that you can take from this, even if you don't want to make these exact builds, you can see what pie charts you will be able to get the most badges if you're trying to make a build with a lot of badges. So yeah, you don't even have to exactly copy these builds per se, but some of these will be good, and some of these we can just give you guys like a blueprint for what pie chart to even try out if you didn't even try it out to get you more badges on that specific build that you're trying to make. So yeah, I'll be doing that all in this video. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is smash break and throw the like button, hit that sub button if you're new. But yeah, new season coming soon. I got a lot of stuff in store. Next video is going to be the rarest builds in the game. So if you guys want any like crazy builds on that video, put those in the comments down below. What do you guys think is the rarest build in the game? And I got y'all boys with that. So yeah, without further ado, man, hope y'all boys enjoyed y'all Thanksgiving, Black Friday, all that type of stuff. But yeah, we back into the grind. Yeah, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Alright, so let's hop straight into it. So like I said in the intro, all these builds I'm gonna be showing you guys are gonna be templates. But if you guys want to make the pretty much the most badge build at every position, I'm gonna give you guys that. But also, if you guys want to make builds that's gonna get you the most badges at that specific position, you can just use these pie charts and you can make these builds into what you actually want them to be. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to make them. So yeah, first things first, we're gonna do the point guard and then gonna shoot guard. We're gonna do every position. So yeah, first point guard, hand and number. Y'all know what we're going with every single time. It's auto. Then when it comes to the pie chart for the point guard position, we're gonna go down here and go to the shooting and finishing. But it's going to be the one where you only get shooting Hall of Fame. And this is a pie chart that's not as popular this year as it was last year, and I would honestly think it's more because how easy it is to shoot. And knowing that play shots, you don't have to do that anymore. All you have to do is have like an 83 ball plus, and you're gonna be pretty much auto. This build is gonna easily have that and have really good playmaking and really good finishing with okay defensive stats. But the way we're gonna make it a little different. Then when it comes to the physicals, you can go speed pie chart or speed vert. I'm gonna go speed pie chart so we can be as fast as possible. So yeah, then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna end up with 65 badges. So yeah, let's show you guys how to make it. We're gonna be going max pretty much on everything on finishing. Everything on finishing pretty much gonna have max. Then when it comes to the shooting, we're gonna pretty much go like this. We're gonna lower the mid-range, but we just want to make sure that we get everything else max, and then we're gonna lower the mid-range just so we can be able to get those 27 shooting badges. Then when it comes to the playmaking, we can go ball handle, pass accuracy, and then raise the post control. We just need 16 on the playmaking and we'll be straight. Now the reason why we had to go max on everything on this, because you lower that, I mean, I guess you could lower the standing dunk. So if you want to actually lower something, it would have to be a dunk, but I wouldn't do the driving dunk. I would do the standing dunk. So I guess you can do this if you want to save those attributes, maybe to put it on defense. But the thing about it on defense, you're not gonna be to max anything out. This would be the best way to do it in my opinion. Perimeter defense is just to get shot contest. So if you want to have perimeter defense, you can max it out and have shot contest. But I think I'd rather have lateral quickness and steal, so I can actually be able to get passing lane steals and move laterally. Now, shot contest, if I'm all over them, I can, you know what I'm saying, do something about that, and I can use my one badge on Intimidator to make that a little bit better. But no steal, you're not ever going to be able to really play crazy good passing lanes, so you really want to put that up to some capacity. But yeah, like I said, this is just a template just to show you guys how many badges you can really get at its max potential of badges. Alright, so on to the bite type, height, weight, wingspan. When it comes to the bite type, it's really up to you. I'm gonna go compact though. I like to be a little bit smaller in frame when it comes to my guard builds, so that's what I'm gonna do. Then when it comes to the height, weight, wingspan, now really depends on what you want to do. Do you want to be 6'4" and under? Well, you just have to be under 6'5" to be able to get all those dribble moves. So you can just be 6'4" and any height below that to be able to get that. If you want to be taller, you can. But also another thing that you can do is you can try to go for 99 speed. And to get 99 speed on this build, you have to be 6'1". So yeah, if you want to do that, you have to be 6'1". So that's up to you. But the tallest height, I would go with 6'4", because I feel like height sometimes just makes you that much better. But this is a build that's not really going to have crazy defense to begin with. So I would just go with the 99 speed version. Now, when it comes to the wingspan, this is where it gets interesting, because if you go up in wingspan, you get a 75 driving dunk. And that's going to allow you to get a lot of like the driving dunk, to be able to get those dunking animations that are really good in this game, to make your player be that much more aggressive. Now, you won't be able to get the 80, the 82, or 84 driving dunk on this build. So you won't be able to get like the LeBron, the Kobe, the Westbrook, and you won't be able to get any contact dunks. Now, there is a way to get contact dunks on this build if you make it the right way, but we're not really focused on that right now. But yeah, I would honestly go lower on wingspan regardless, because going lower on wingspan, I don't really see the negatives or the positives of making it lower. So the positives, there's obvious positives. I don't know why I said I don't see it, but yeah, there's obvious positives to making it lower. I just don't see the negatives, because your defense is already going to be the weakness, but your offense is just going to be buffed even more. Now, the only negatives I guess could be finishing, but it's still going to be really good, because when you get that +4 for hitting 99, you have a 75 driving dunk. And the way you're going to be able to get 99 speed on this build is because you get +4 and gym rat. And your acceleration is even going to be really high. Now, your vertical is going to be like an 81, but you know what I'm saying, pretty much everything else you're going to be perfectly fine with. So yeah, that's the wingspan. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you end up with sharp, shot creator, slasher, and play. Now, this build had really good playmaking, really good amount of badges, really good stats. You don't have that Hall of Fame. It had really good shooting. You have Hall of Fame shooting, and you have 27 badges on shooting. So I'm pretty sure you don't necessarily need that. You're going to easily be able to do what you want to do with that. And you have finishing. Now, the only real hole when it came to stats-wise was finishing, and you didn't have contact dunks. If you know how Playmaker takeover and Slasher takeover works when it comes to the +10s, you get pretty much all the best +10s from Playmaker in Slasher takeover. So I'm gonna go with Slasher takeover, and I'm gonna unlock the ability to get contact dunks with that takeover. So that just makes this build to a whole nother level. And now I'm a playmaking shot creator with Slasher takeover. So yeah, man, that's going to be the build at the point guard position with the most badges. Alright, next is going to be the shooting guard position. Now, when it comes to the shooting guard position, it's going to be pretty much similar. Now, I'm going to be real with you. When it comes to this pie chart that we're making, the point guard and shooting guard, you could pretty much try to make that on every position, but every position is not going to be made with the same pie chart. But you could try to make that, and you're going to be almost, if not the most badges on every single position. Now, it's not going to be the most at every position at all, but yeah. You definitely could. It's one of the better pie charts for getting badges. So yeah, we're going to be at the shooting guard position, hand and number, right and for every single time. Now, when it comes to the pie chart, like I said, we're going to go with pretty much the same pie chart we did last one, shooting and finishing. Now, we're not going to go with this one every single time. It just happened to be by far the best ones for point guard and shooting guard. So why try to waste time even going over that? So yeah, we're going to get shooting Hall of Fame on that. Then when it comes to the physical profile, we want to go with speed pie chart so we can be as fast as possible. It's that simple. Now, when it comes to the attributes, you're going to end up with 20, 27, 16, and 1. Now, pretty much going to be very similar on how you make it. You're going to be pretty going up on close shot, driving layup, and driving dunk. Instead of maxing out the standing dunk off the rip, you're just going to put that at a 63. Then when it comes to the post hook, we're going to pretty much max that out. Now, when it comes to the shooting, we're going to max out all this stuff out. And then we're going to lower the mid-range just to make sure that we get those 27 still. And we're going to still have that 83 mid-range. Then when it comes to the playmaking, pretty much making it the exact same way, where you pretty much max out pass accuracy, ball handle, and then lower the post control so that you can still have 16, but it's like the minimum post control you can have and still have the max playmaking badges. And then we're going to make it the same way on the defense, where you have lateral quickness and put the rest on steal. So yeah, that's pretty much how we made it. Body type, height, weight, wingspan. So yeah, when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. But when I go on my guard builds, I like to be as slim as possible most of the time. So that's what I'm gonna do. Height, weight, wingspan. You want to be 6'5" and under. If you're trying to get those dribble moves. And I made it 6'1" last time. So this one, we're actually gonna go with the 6'4" version, just to give you guys a little different look at it. And then when it comes to the weight, we're gonna lower the weight again. We went speed pie chart, so we want to be as fast as possible. So you're not going to be 99 speed, but you're going to be like 3 notches off because of the 3 height. So at each height, if you didn't know, makes 1 difference. So It's up to you on what you want to do. If you want to go with the point guard, you can make it 6'1" at the shooting guard. I think the minimum height you can be at shooting guard is 6 foot. But if you go in 6'1", you might as well make that at point guard. You'll get more badges. That's what I would say. Then when it comes to the wingspan, it's up to you. But again, I'm gonna go minimum wingspan. It's not really a huge point of not going max or minimum. So I'm gonna go right here. If you go minimum, you're gonna have the same 3-pointer mid-range and ball handle. You're just gonna lose stuff on drive and dunk for no reason. So I would go with the 1 notch above minimum like I did last time. That's the wingspan we're gonna go with. Everything that you see on the screen is going up +4. I didn't go too in detail on it, but yeah, last time you already had an 85 ball handle. I guess because we're taller, we only have an 81. So you get that up +4, you're still gonna be able to eventually get that 85 ball handle. With the height you have now, you're gonna pretty much get unlimited dribble moves. The driving layup, that's at an 84. You're gonna be able to get that above an 85, so you can pretty much be able to get unlimited layup packages. Then when it comes to the driving dunk, that's gonna be above a 75, so you're gonna be able to get those 75 like threshold dunk animations. And then you have a 91 3-pointer at 99, you have a 90 mid-range at 99. So yeah, you're gonna be really well rounded on that. And even the ladder quickness, that's a 75, a 66 steal. And then when it comes to the speed, that's gonna be going up +8, so you got a 96 speed, you got a 93 acceleration, and still again at 81 vertical. Then when it comes to the takeovers, again, you get sharp, shot creator, slasher, and playmaker. My opinion, the only hole on this build is the fact that you don't get contact dunks. If you had a defensive takeover, that would obviously be the biggest hole to try to make up for. But I probably still would go with slasher takeover because that just makes this build what it's really meant to be. An overpowered scoring build, and that's what we're going to go with, slasher takeover. And the build comes out as, again, a playmaking shot creator. If you made this last year, you would come out as a scoring machine. This year, it's a playmaking shot creator. Alright, now, coming in at the small for position. Now, the builds where I don't use that pie chart are actually my 2 favorite builds on this entire list. So yeah, this is actually one of my most favorite builds in the game. It's just tweaked a little bit different to be able to get more badges. But if you make it the way I'm going to show you guys in a couple days from now, it's one of the best builds in the game, hands down. So yeah, let's show you guys how to make it. We're going to be at the small for position because we're making the most badges at the small for position. Hand and number. Same thing every single time that I'm gonna do. You can go with whatever you want. That doesn't really matter, but this is just what I do. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go down here to the playmaking and finishing. This is one of the glitchiest pie charts in the game. You're gonna be able to get both of those Hall of Fame, and you're gonna still be able to get 30 on playmaking at the small for position. It's really like a hack. I'm not gonna lie to you. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna end up with speed or speed vert. I'm gonna go speed pie chart so I can make sure I can be able to get 99 speed. But if you wanna go speed vert to be able to get vertical acceleration and speed as close as possible to 99, that's up to you. But I want my speed and acceleration to be 99. So that's what I'm doing that. Then when it comes to the attributes, it's really up to you how you're gonna do it. But this is what I would do. If I was making it, I would go pretty much max on all this. And then when it comes to this, I would lower this, because we're just trying to get 20. Then when it comes to the mid-range, you gotta pretty much max all that out. When it comes to the playmaking, you gotta really go crazy on that, but you can lower this. Now, right here, again, it's really up to you on how you wanna do it. But yeah, we're gonna be maxing out the lateral quickness and steal. If you wanted to go up on perimeter defense and then put the rest on steal, that is an option too. But if you really just trying to make sure this build is as good as possible with max badges, that's what I would do. I would pretty much max out the lateral quickness and then steal, then put up perimeter defense last, just to make sure that I can be able to move laterally as good as possible and play passing lanes as good as possible. So yeah, that's just what I would do. So yeah, that's pretty much the attributes and how many badges. And if you want to know the exact amount, we're getting 63 on this one. The first one I said it, last time I didn't. I think we got 64 in the last one, so we pretty much went one down every single time. So the first one was 65, second one was 64, and the third one at small forward was at 63. So yeah, then when it comes to the body type, it's really up to you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, when it comes to the height though, I would go 6'5" on any playmaking and finishing pie chart build. It's just the best height to go with. But if you want to go taller, for some people that's better. If you want to go shorter, for some people that's better, because if you go shorter, you're gonna be able to get those dribble moves. But at small forward, you can't go any shorter than small 6'5". So we'll obviously be making that at a completely different position. But yeah, we're gonna go 6'5". Weight, we're gonna go down in weight to just pretty much get our max speed and acceleration. I probably wouldn't even do this. I probably would go somewhere like this, where I know I'm gonna be able to get both of 99 and still be able to have a little bit more strength, a little bit more exterior defense, a little bit more post control. But if you just don't even feel like grinding for gym rat badge all the way, you don't really, you have to go too crazy on that, I guess. But It's really up to you. But yeah, weight, this is what I'm actually end up going with for video purposes. When it comes to the wingspan, what I would do if I was making it my way, I would probably go like this, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make the craziest differences. Only thing it's doing is messing up the shooting, but I still would do it like this so you can be able to get the driving dunk that you want. You're gonna get the standing dunk that you want. You're gonna get the close shot. And yeah, it's just gonna make a big difference, even on the lateral quickness and steel. So yeah, that's the way I would do it, and it just makes this build that much better. Now, a lot of things gonna be happening on this build when it comes to at 99. You're gonna get plus foot of everything, so you're gonna have an 89 driving dunk. That's not allowing you to get the elite, but it's gonna allow you to get the small because you are 6'5" and under, not below 6'5" like the drill moves. So you're gonna be able to get the small contact dunks. You have a 99 driving layup, a 95 close shot, 80 plus standing dunks. So you're gonna be able to reach that threshold. You're gonna be able to reach that minimum threshold of shooting that you really want to reach, which is a 70 3-pointer, and you got a 78 mid-range. You got a 90 plus ball handle, so you're gonna be able to reach that threshold. So it's gonna be that much harder to rip you. I mean, people still might be able to rip you, but it's gonna be that much harder because you reach that threshold, and you have a 90 pass accuracy with an 85 steal and a 79 lateral quickness. Then when it comes to the physicals, obviously you're gonna be able to easily reach 99 speed, easily reach acceleration, and then takeover you will be able to go past those heights. So yeah, and then vertical is gonna be at an 83. If you would have went speed you probably would have had 99 speed, but you wouldn't have had 99 acceleration and vertical. So yeah. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you end up with slasher, playmaker, and shot creator. If you want to be able to have that plus to your mid-range, shot creator is the option, but in other ways, I wouldn't go with it. If you want to be actually really overpowered on the tools, shot creator is actually really good for any build, and that makes this build to a whole nother level, but honestly, I still wouldn't do it. But yeah, playmaker and slasher is really the options I would go with. Playmaker is if you want to be able to take his ankles and pretty much give your teammates sharp takeover whenever you pass it to them off the catch. Or in slash takeover, we all know what it does. It pretty much gives you the best plus 10s in the game. It even gives you the plus 10s of a playmaker, but it doesn't give you the passing abilities, obviously, but you still would get those plus 5, just like any other thing that you don't get plus 10 on. And you get the ability to get extra contact dunk packages. So I'm gonna go with the slash takeover, and the build comes out as a slashing playmaker. Now, if you make it my way, it actually comes out as an even rarer and a better name, but for video purposes, we just gonna leave it as is. That video is coming soon. Alright, now hopping into the powerful position. When it comes to the powerful position, it's gonna be kind of similar to the point guard and shooting guard positions, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's still gonna be very good and decent for what you really want to do. Now, for the position, we obviously gonna be making the most badges at a powerful position, so obviously we're gonna go with the powerful position. Hand and number, we're gonna go with the same thing every single time for me. Now that's up to you what you want to do. Now when it comes to the scale breakdown or physical, or not physical, but this pie chart you want to go with, you're going to go down here to the shooting and finishing, where you're only getting shooting Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to end up with the speed pie chart or speed vert. It's really up to you. As a big man, I would probably rather go with the speed vert pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes though, you're going to be going pretty much max close shot, max driving layup, max standing dunk, and then for the post hook, you're just gonna lower that down to an 83. It's just gonna be the best way to make it. Then when it comes to the shooting, you're gonna pretty much max out everything: mid-range, three-pointer, free throw, post fade. All that is gonna be maxed. That's how you really get the badges that you really want to get. Now you can lower it on these, but we're gonna see how that go later on. Pass accuracy max, ball handle max, and then post control. Now, if you want to get anything on that, you have to lower the ball handle. But lowering the ball handle, not the most ideal thing, you know. So we're gonna hold off on that. But then when it comes to perimeter defense and all this, you're gonna pretty much max out all that if you really want to do it. If you rather have a lot of quickness and steal on this build, you could, but you got to realize this is at the power forward position, so having perimeter defense is kind of more important now, and interior defense is kind of more important, because having that perimeter defense is now more important because you're gonna be slower on defense, so you're not gonna be able to move as fast on defense. So having better shot contest is kind of more important on slower builds, because you're gonna have to jump more sometimes, and sometimes just having a hand up is gonna have to be needed more. So yeah, when you're as on a guard, you can just be so much faster, and you can be able to play people almost perfectly. Sometimes that perimeter defense is not as important. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would say about that. But if you want to go with it the other way, where I was going with lateral quickness and steal, and then want to put the remaining on like the interior defense, that is an option. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it's up to you. It's up to you on what you really want to do. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would pretty much max out the interior defense and a lot of quickness, then put the rest on perimeter defense. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. I'm gonna go build though. When it comes to the height though, it's really up to you what you want to go with. I pretty much go with what the meta height is, 6'8". If I was making it, I'll probably go with the metric system and go like a notch above or a notch below. But yeah, we're gonna go 6'8". You can also make it a 6'7". For video purposes, I honestly like the 6'7" more. I feel like it's gonna be better for the way this build is really more suited to play. So honestly, I'm gonna actually go 6'4", or not 6'4", 6'7". We did go speed vert, so obviously we're gonna go down in weight. It's just auto. So yeah, we are gonna lose interior defense. We are gonna lose strength. So honestly, you probably didn't have to go interior defense if you go speed vert. So yeah, that is another thing. But yeah, weight though, you're gonna go down regardless because you want to get your speed and acceleration as high as possible. So you're gonna go probably one notch above minimum on weight to really get that max speed and max acceleration. And you're gonna be getting a lot of other things going up, like driving left. I said a lot of things, but it was only one. Pretty much mainly only thing is really going down. So yeah, when it comes to the wingspan though, on any big man build, I'm gonna say this every single time, you want to go up in wingspan. I don't care if you're losing, I don't care if you're gaining, you really want to go up in wingspan. And another reason why this was a perfect height to go with, look at the build. Even that big man going up +4 is gonna make a big difference. Lighter quickness, that's gonna be all the way up to a 75. Perimeter defense, that's gonna be all the way up to a 75. Ball handle, that's gonna be all the way up to a 75. So you're gonna be able to get even ball dribbles, or I don't know what I was gonna say. You're gonna even be able to get dribble animations with this build because you have a 75 ball handle. You have an 83 pointer, so that's like a great threshold to be able to reach. The thresholds, if you don't know, is 70, 80, 90, and then 99, and then obviously everything before you reach 70 is a threshold of its own. But if you really want to get to consistent thresholds, it's gonna be 70, 80, and then 90, and then 99. So yeah, we're gonna have an 83 pointer at 99, 80 mid range at 99, a 80 plus driving dunk, a 90 standing dunk, a 90 post hook, and a 99 close shot with an 80 plus driving lift. So yeah, this build is very good in my opinion in terms of how much you can do. And yeah, very well rounded. And then when it comes to the takeovers, you have post score, sharp, and slashing. Let me see the post scoring ability. I didn't even peep how good the post fade was. You can actually go crazy with it and go post score takeover. You can go sharp takeover. But I'm not gonna lie, if I'm being honest with you, the best takeover in the game for a big man, in my opinion, I've been saying this since they did it like this, where you can choose your takeovers, slasher. The +10 just make it the best takeover for big man, and you get those inside +10s. And on a build like this where it's so well rounded, getting that +10 on your ball handle, getting that +10 on your speed of ball on a build like this takes it to a whole nother level, especially if this is going to unlock also the contact dunk animation. So yeah, I'm gonna go with slasher takeover, and the build comes out as a mid-range Maestro. So yeah, that's going to the build with the most badges at the power forward position. Alright, and last but not least is going to be the build with the most badges. Not just the center build with the most badges, but this is the build with the most badges. And you could argue, if there's any build on this list that you could take to the park with a 60 overall, this is the build. This build is actually extremely overpowered, especially in a game like this, and we're gonna show you guys why. Because it's one of the most hated type of builds in the game. So yeah, we're gonna make it at the center position because we're making the center build with most badges. Hand and number, we're gonna go with the same thing every single time. But that's up to you. This is the only thing that doesn't really matter besides body type. It's really up to you. Now, when it comes to the physicals, or not physicals, why do I keep saying that? When it comes to the pie charts for like skill, we're gonna go with the finishing pie chart, finishing only. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go down here and go with this pretty much balance. You can go whatever one you want to go with, but I would go with this one. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna max out the standing dunk, you're gonna max out the post hook, then you're gonna put the rest on close shot. You're gonna lower this just to be able to get 30. You only need 30, you know what I'm saying? So why not? So then we're gonna go free throw, post fade, and then put one on mid range. That's gonna give us 7 shooting badges. Just putting free throw and post fade, and then one on mid range gives us 7 shooting badges. Pass accuracy, post control, max that out. Then we're gonna get to 20 on the playmaking. We're gonna come back to that. Then we're gonna go interior defense. We're gonna go block. Then we're gonna go offensive rebound. Then we're gonna go defensive rebound, and that's gonna give us 11, 7, 30, and 20. Now you have 4 left over. Now you're not gonna get nothing there. You're not gonna get nothing there. You're not gonna get nothing there. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna come back to it. So now we're back to it. So If you want to go the rest right there, put it on ball handle, you can. But this is going to be a taller build, so having that is not that important. So what I would honestly do, I would go with the rest on close shot. Just going to be the best thing to go with, in my opinion. Just going to make you that much more well-rounded and make you that much more overpowered. And obviously, look at the type of build it is. I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably the most overpowered post-score build in the game, because you're getting 68 badges on this build. So yeah, it's just crazy. Then when it comes to the body type, it's really up to you. I'm gonna go Bradley though. Height, we're gonna go as overpowered as possible. So we're gonna go 7'3". The taller you are, the more overpowered the post scorer. The shorter you are, the more skill it takes. So if you want to be shorter and just use it, it's up to you. It'll make you be faster. It'll help you guard more people. Even at 7 foot, you'll probably be taller than most of the people that you play at the park at the big man position. So you might still be able to dominate even at your position. So if that's what you want to do, you can. The shortest height, I would probably go with 6'10", so you can still get those big man contact dunks and still be taller, but it's not going to be as much of a height advantage and as overpowered as these other positions. So I would go 7'3". Then when it comes to the weight, you want to just be able to get the max strength that you possibly can get. So I'm going to just go right here, and that's going to pretty much give us the max strength. Now if you want to go more to be able to get like the 86 interior defense, you have to max it out. So it's really up to you. Do you want just a max strength with higher speed and and still have an 80 interior defense, or do you want to have a max interior defense and max strength with lower speed? I mean, you're still going to be slow regardless, so it's really up to you. I'm gonna go with this one for video purposes. Then when it comes to the wingspan, on every big man build, we're going max wingspan, and it's just gonna make that build that much better. And a build like this where you go max wingspan, it's just gonna make it that much more overpowered, because if you're trying to do a post fade or a post hook, it's just that much harder to contest you when your wingspan is this long. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and this is the wingspan that we end up gonna go with. So this is what the build looks like at 95. So then when it comes to 99, you're gonna get plus for everything. 99 standing up, 99 post hook, a 90 interior defense, a 97 post control, a 80 post fade, a 96 close shot. You're gonna have a 99 strength. Build is crazy. You're gonna even have an 87 block, an 84 rebound. It's just a crazy good build from every aspect of being a post scorer. Even your free throw is good. You're not gonna be like Shaq, where you pretty much only could dominate inside and couldn't shoot free throws. You can even consistently hit your free throws. So yeah, crazy build. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you end up with post scorer and rim protector takeover. This is actually interesting. Now, takeovers I would go with post scorer. If you don't know, post scorer takeover actually gives you plus 10 to interior defense. But if you also want that plus 10 to your block rating, you do have to go with rim protector takeover. But rim protector takeover does have some pretty bad and inconsistent plus 10s, but one thing I'll say about it, it does give you that plus 10 to block. That's the big difference between the post scorer and this. But post scorer does give you like more plus 10s and probably better plus 10s, but that plus 10 to your block is pretty big on a big man build, especially on a build like this where we're gonna have like a 87 block at 99, plus 10 is gonna get that to a 97. That could take this build to a whole nother level, because you're gonna already have like a lot of your offensive abilities be 99. But if you go post fade and you want to do that, that's gonna now be plus 10. So that's up to like a 86 now in takeover. So it's really up to you. I'm gonna go with post scorer takeover, and the build comes out as, what else would it be, man? A paint beast. And look at the shades of it. This is how you know it's rare. You would probably never really ever see this man name pop up, Yao Ming, and that's how you know the build is rare, if you see a name like that, because that's a rare shades to even brew to get. So yeah, that's going to be the builds with the most badges at every position, and even the most badge build in the game. So if you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is smash break and destroy the like button. Like I said in the intro, the next video I got for y'all boys is the rarest builds in the game. So if you guys want some particular builds to be in that video, or builds that you think are the rarest builds in the game, put those in the comments down below and I'll see what I can do. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, be the first to ever see my video. Share this video to anybody. This will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm out to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Diamonds cutting my